Welcome back, man, to the UDC Flame. Bad news today. Breaking news. Another one. A boxer dies 6 days after his fight. Um, Let me pull it up here. This news just broke, so we kind of doing this on the fly. He died. He had the fight August 2nd, and I believe he's pronounced dead today, August 8th. So yeah. But I'm the Black Horseman. The fighter that passed away is named Shigetoshi kotari. He is from Japan, I believe. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to share my screen, and I saw an article that the WBC made a statement, so I want to see what they was talking about. We can go through it together. Uh, see here. I'm gonna pull up his box right too, real quick. I know he had like only 8 fights, and this fight that he lost, because he had lost the fight, but it went the distance. It was a draw. I mean, I'm sorry, he didn't lose the fight. It was a draw, and it went the distance or whatever. Um, so yeah, his record was 8-2. He was only stopped one time, two draws. Um, and his last fight, like I was saying, was August 2nd against Yamato Hata, where that fight was ruled a draw. And the guy suffered some brain injuries, man. And we're gonna get into this, man. This is why we fighting for a reason, not a short season. That's why we got to do these type of topics that we do. But let me go to this article real quick. It says WBC mourns the passing of Shigetoshi Kotari. The courageous Japanese boxer Shigetoshi Kotari died from a brain injury sustained during his draw fight with Yamato Hata on August 2nd in Tokyo. He was only 28 years old, said he lost consciousness after the 12-round bout. Um, he was rushed to a hospital for emergency brain surgery where he suffered, they call it a subdural hematoma, which is another term for brain hemorrhage. Says he had won two consecutive 8-round fights by unanimous decision to earn the title shot. Says the WBC and its president Mauricio Suleiman deeply mourn this irreparable loss and wish his family and friends strength during this difficult time. Rest in peace. That was a statement from the WBC. Um, Mauricio Suleiman, in particular, as far as that statement, wishing the family strength and all that stuff, man. Sad situation. I don't know nothing about the fighter Shigetoshi, but every time something like this happens, I always try to familiarize myself with who they are, and um, because when this is a sport I watch a lot, so I've never seen this guy fight before, but unfortunately, his fans and family won't be able to see him fight again because, like we've talked about it for years on this side, it's a brutal sport, man. Um, it's bad enough somebody can lose their life just by having a fair fight, but when you don't want to restrict the the regulations on performance enhancing drugs in the sport, where you don't really want to be strict on um, you know the different things that take place. Guys missing weight and still able to fight. Um, it's all kind of stuff that's taking place in the sport that's making the fighters more at risk. And from what I'm hearing, with this whole, what you call it, TKO boxing or whatever, this Dana White Turkey Sheik movement, it's almost like they're trying to make it more of a brutal nature. You know what I'm saying? To where we might see a lot more of this. So This is just the beginning, man. This is the start. I mean, fighters been dying every year. I've been seeing the shit. Um, but a lot of them is not mainstream fighters. So when they not mainstream fighters, then people don't even care. They don't even, pay it no mind. But I'm paying attention to all of this, man, because it could be a mainstream fighter next. You just never know. You know what I'm saying? And then people gonna try to take it serious when it's somebody who's a high profile name get murked in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to see that happen. And that's why I'm totally against when they say stuff like Tom and Jerry, and when they saying that, we it's not about hitting, I get hit. Like, man, getting hit upside your head, man, it's not cool, man. It's not a good thing to just get consistently hit upside your head and act like it's okay. And then when someone is being safety first, defense first, and not allowing someone to just totally well off on them, then people want to criticize them and says that, they runners and they scared and they don't, nobody want to see this and entertain. But do y'all nobody want to, hey, well, me, I can speak for myself. I don't want to see dudes get murked in the ring. I understand that can happen, but I feel like that's not some shit that I watch boxing for. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how much I dislike a boxer. There's some boxers that I truly dislike, but I don't want to see them get murked in the ring. You know what I'm saying? I don't you know what I mean? That's just extreme. And I think that the mentality of this sport is just like, hey man, come on, man, let's up the ante so we can start seeing more deaths. So we can start getting more shock value in the homes of the fans. So that people can be like, oh my God. And it's something else to talk about. It's another, this shit is not cool, dog. So I mean, rest in peace to Shigetoshi Kotari. You know, dude was just getting started, really, man. I mean, 8 fights, bro. I mean, 8 fights, man. 28 years old. Um, yeah, man. So I mean, hey, the next fighter could be in the Ukraine. It could be in the UK. It could be in America. It could be in you know, the Philippines. So, it's not going to end. It's going to continue to happen. But if we do not, or if this sport of boxing does not regulate some of this, man, and get a better governing system in place that can add some safety, to these boxers, then like making sure this is drug tested, making sure that, you know what I'm saying. But and I don't know the circumstances of how, this could have been a fair fight, but that's still more of a reason to clean this shit up, man, because this is how brutal the sport is. So um anybody that's on board with that, I'm not saying Turkey Alla Sheik is bad for boxing or nothing like that, and that he hasn't done great things for boxing. But man, some people going too far with this shit, trying to criticize dudes who hit and don't get hit. Guys who can go long term in the sport and actually care about their health. Yeah, people got issues with those people. This is weird to me. But I bet you a lot of people gonna say, um, say if the next fighter that passes away goes in there and just fight, eyes all fucked up and jaw broke and go in the hospital and have a brain hemorrhage and die, they can say, "Oh man, he's a warrior, he's a hero." They're gonna applaud that. They're gonna put that on the pedestal. Say, "Yeah, man, yeah, man, this is what I'm talking about. This is sport of boxing. Yeah." You know what I'm saying? So it's unfortunate, man. It's unfortunate that they're trying to take it from sweet science and make it to some savage, type shit. Charles, what up, homie? Shout out to Charles. We got another person in here, so below. That's Bud. What up, man? No, we can't hear you in the chat because you're typing. So no, we can't hear you. But anyhow, man, I definitely wanted to just bring attention to this boxer, man, and bring reemphasize why we flame for a reason, not a short season, and you know we always encourage fair fights, and we don't throw parties, fiestas, and shit when dudes cheat and get away with it, you know. But I find it very, very interesting how, um, this boxer passes away, and the organization that is allowing fighters to cheat and get away with it, now y'all feeling some type of way. I don't know if I actually believe the WBC, Mauricio Suleiman, deeply mourning the irreparable loss. Do y'all think he really cares like that? You know, I mean, he did. Obviously, he didn't care about what's the Galal Yafai. He had no kind of compassion for Galal Yafai, man. I didn't see no paragraph, no article published stating that our deepest sympathies and compassion is with Galal Yafai for beating brutally beaten by a PED cheating Francisco Rodriguez. No, you can't. He can't do that because that's his countryman. He didn't want to do that. That would have been some real shit to do that. That would have been some standing. That would have been standing on business, standing on principles. But now y'all want to make a statement. Someone who fought in your organization, man, risked risked his life, man, to try to put on and make a change for his family and things like this. And this should motivate the WBC to want to clean up the sport and not let cheats get away when dudes is dying, man. You know, going 10, 12 rounds and not going back home. You know, so when guys in there that's cheating and whooping on dudes and without care for the opponent's health, that's when you're supposed to go in, check that shit. You're supposed to be like, man, nah, we don't condone cheaters, man. We started the clean box. If you do WBC, you're supposed to be like, we started the clean boxing program so that we can eliminate the real from the fake. The real athletes from the imitations, photocopies, knockoff athletes. Because there's more knockoff generic thrift store athletes than it is real authentic. You know what I'm saying? Name brand, real deal athletes, man. People that actually put in the work, not the ones that are stabbing themselves with needles and cheeks and shit. That's not big champ shit, man. You know what I'm saying? So this is just passion, bro. I hate seeing this shit, man, because it just reminds me that, like, you know what? This sport don't give a damn. The WBC out here, man, shut that shit up, bro. Like, don't even comment on this type of stuff, WBC. How do you even comment on this when you're allowing Jaime Munguia and Francisco Rodriguez, who just recently popped, to get away and still fight, no suspension? Matter of fact, you reordering fights. Like, no, no, we're gonna give them another chance. We're gonna have an immediate rematch. Y'all see what they doing with this sport, bro? You know what I mean? But some of y'all gonna probably say, "Yeah, man, this is cool. This is freaking awesome. This is what we need, man. This is freaking yeah." You know. But yeah, man, this is it. This sport, it disgusts me, man. It's really starting to disgust me that these some heartless savages on top that's allowing these dudes like Shigetoshi, Kotari, and the family's not gonna give probably shit, nothing. You know what I'm saying? Fight in the sanctioned WBC bout, loses life. That's it, over with. You know. So yeah, man. In my opinion, man, dudes need to stop fighting in the WBC because anything goes over there. Y'all better go somewhere else where they trying to clean the shit up. You know, where they actually care about the athletes in their damn organization, man. What up, Lance? What's happening? Hawk, what up, dog? Always been cooking, man. You know, what I'm saying? It's just crazy, bro. At this point, it's WBC stand for We Bury Contenders, man. I mean, dudes is getting buried out here, man, and they don't care. I don't believe nothing about that damn article, man. When y'all out here letting cheaters beat people up, man. You know, shit. Ain't no telling. And you know what? While I'm here, man, let me look up something else. Let me look up something else because that's the second Japanese fighter that suffered a traumatic brain injury. This one passed away, but I need to check on Jen Sasaki. Y'all probably forgot about him. Let me look this shit up before I go, man. Make sure. Let me see if there's anything published out here for Jen Sasaki to see if maybe hopefully he all right. Cause last thing I heard about Jen Sasaki, that man lost six months of his memory or 6 weeks of his memory, man. You know what I'm saying? 24 years old, Jen Sasaki. I haven't. What's the update on him? Man, I don't see no update, bro. This is the last. I mean, hopefully he all right, man. You know, but these guys are suffering hella brain injuries in the sport. But guys like Tucky Alashik and um, Dana White and guys like that, they want dudes to just stand there. Don't use no slickness. Don't use no sweet science. Get your just throw hands. Throw hands. Get that intelligent, smart shit out of here. Get that elusive, athletic shit the fuck out of here. Just stand toe to toe. Let's get y'all in a little small ass octagon or some shit, with ropes or whatever. They're gonna do some crazy shit like that. Make it real little and make it to where like ain't nowhere to go. It's just a bloody, you know what I mean? That's what they want. Watch what I tell you, dog. Watch what I tell you. Yeah, man, I haven't seen shit else, man. They haven't reported nothing on this guy. Hopefully he's still alive. For real, bro. Hopefully he's still out here. Hopefully his brain, his memory came back. But yeah, that's how brutal this sport is. Sasaki had no memory of the night he attempted to make history. He went in there thinking he was gonna make history, and he don't know who his girlfriend is. He don't know nothing, man. You know what I'm saying? Brian Norman, and he better have enrolled in Vada for the Devin Haney fight. You're knocking dudes into, you're knocking memory out of people's heads, man. And you over here, So hopefully there's no ducking Vada with this situation. What is this? Yeah, man. Made Jen Sasaki head bounce like 8 times on the damn canvas, man. You know, and yeah, man. It's brutal sport, man. So, um, two Japanese boxers because I think Jen Sasaki is Japanese. Let me see. Um, Let me just make sure. Yeah, two back-to-back Japanese boxers, man. I mean, you know what I mean. So y'all gotta like, hopefully these Japanese boxers, man. They gotta be careful in that boxing ring, man. You can't just be going in there just trying to slug it out with everybody because it could be it. It could be your last slugfest, man. Shout out to Bruce, man, and actual facts, man. Just reporting on this. Another one, DJ Calivoice. Another death in the sport of boxing. Toby Barlett, what's up, homie? Long time no see, dog. Yeah, man. So hopefully some people can report on this. Just trying to instead of reporting on other YouTubers, this be trying to just make I don't know, man. Whatever. This community is so weird, man. But when it comes to real, authentic topics, man, like this shit, come on, man, get this shit some headlines too, man. Dudes be obsessed with bald headed liars, man. They want to give them niggas headlines and shit. Like, come on, man. Do some real media work out in this piece, man. Yeah, man. Um, Appreciate y'all pulling up for the ones that pulled up. Um, I gotta check on my son. But I'm gonna try to get a live in tomorrow, maybe an early one. So if y'all up early, pull up. Charles D. Salute. Yeah, man. What I should say. Drop that link. Oh shit, man. I'm about to get off, fam. But yeah, tomorrow, shoot. I'm gonna try to get it in tomorrow. I'll try to get an early one in. Most deaf. But yeah, man. Appreciate everybody that pulled up. Once again, I'm the Black Horseman. Shout out to the ones that caught the playback. And once again, rest in peace to I get his name. Get his name down. Not Jen Sasaki. Shigetoshi kotari. Probably saying that wrong, but I tried. You know what I mean? Condolences to his fam and his fans and stuff, man. And remember, man, it could be a high profile fighter next. You just never know. And I guarantee you, you're gonna be feeling some type of way. You're gonna be feeling different about this sport and cleaning up the sport if it's a high profile fighter. And that's all and that's what we're gonna end up that's what's gonna take. Unfortunately. It's gonna take a high profile fighter losing their life in the ring for people to really be like, nah, man, this is gone too far. This is too much. We got to do something. But yeah, um, that's all I got for this one, man. We on to the next. We are on to the next, man. So, it's a brutal sport, Vada or nada. Once again, shout out to the playback gang, UGC Flame. We on to the next, man. Peace out.